says we're now live, and I gotta wait to get rid of the emojis.
Oh, Laura got so over in Europe, apparently, or in the UK, they got an update. They actually moved the emoji down into the chat box now.
Oh,
So it's
really?
out of the way now, yeah. But it's still on there on ours, so we haven't gotten that update yet. So, but usually they release, a lot of times they release the updates in Europe first. I think it's just kind of their beta testing ground.
Uh-huh.
They release it there and see how it does, and then they implement it here if everything goes good.
What's going good?
Hey, there
What's
he
up,
is.
Joe?
What's up,
What's up?
Joe?
If
I
everything
was
goes good, what's up?
I was talking to Paul about the heart emoji in the chat. Like the other day, Laura pulled up her chat, and they apparently got an update over in some of the European countries. They moved it down into the chat box off the chat where it needs to
That's
be.
good.
So I don't
I
mind
like it.
it. It doesn't bother me that it's there. It's the fact there's just a location of it.
Yeah, because it covers the end of the thing.
Yeah, so we haven't gotten the update yet because usually they release the updates in Europe first to test them out. And then if they go good, then they usually release it here.
Yeah, that's guinea pigs over
Pretty much that's the way they do it.
there.
They're gonna, because they don't want to, the US is their biggest market, so they're not gonna release an update here first to test something.
Hey, Johnny Drone Flyers here.
What's up, Johnny?
Johnny, what's up? I know that guy. Speaking of which, we're flying this morning.
Did you?
Not yet. It's supposed to be at 10 o'clock,
Ah.
going out to the lighthouse.
Oh, Johnny's gonna go out and teach you some more how to fly.
And Johnny's going to let me borrow his drone to go through the tugboat.
So there's a little instructional time coming here at 10
Yeah.
o'clock.
Well, Johnny likes to give back to the community, help the needy.
Johnny's drinking coffee. Hey, cool cat.
No middle
Now,
finger this morning? Oh, he hadn't finished his coffee yet. So no middle finger this morning?
yeah, it's not worth it yet. It's not worth the effort yet. But it's within reach.
Johnny says Joe is going to go through the tugboat.
That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna use Johnny's Zavada too. I'm gonna bring y'all out and I'm gonna feed y'all to the sharks.
What's going on now, Michael? How's it going, guys?
But when I went out there the other day and they had that poker run with all the big boats coming in, those big expensive boats, there was a guy I had never seen before. He was out there with a drone. His name was Casey. And he was saying he got out there like bright early in the morning, and right in the mouth of the river, right there was an alligator swimming across. So I'm wondering if that could have been the same alligator.
Johnny said he's got your TPU too.
Oh, okay. I thought it was. I looked up there real quick because I got you, and I thought he'd be a smart ass, but it's all right. I was about to stand up and say, "Better read this."
Ain't none of us ever been a smart ass to you.
Just careful, son. I'm this old for a reason.
Have you ever printed with TPU though?
No.
I would definitely watch some videos on that before you do it. Or
Yeah,
have
I'm gonna
Johnny
look
give you
at it.
some pointers on it because it's completely different.
And you got to
I
keep it
think,
hot.
yeah, I think your temperature's got to be a little bit higher.
He said, "Here goes pink TPU for Joe."
As well it should be, Johnny.
Yeah, I'll rock pink. Don't matter. I think I told y'all the story before. I was in Hawaii and I was going to a function with the Marine Corps, and it was like it was a wedding or something, and we were in suit and ties and everything. We weren't in uniforms, and I put on this. When I was stationed here in New Orleans, I bought a whole bunch of suits through a manufacturer down near the Vinnies that did Spencer suits, and I had this charcoal gray suit that had a gray pinstripe, and the pinstripe was actually a stitch through the whole suit. Because the suit, this was back in the like 80s, early 79, 80. I think the thing cost me $300. And the shirt that went with it had a pink tie, and it all went together. So I'm in Hawaii and I'm wearing this suit with the pink tie, and Hawk, one of the other Marines, comes walk up to me, and he's like 6'6", 280, and he looks down at me and he goes, "So you're wearing pink, huh?" And I just looked up at him and he says, "You're the man that can do it," and shook my hand and walked off. He said, "Yeah,
Well-
you're the man that can do it."
Is that why Johnny says he's bringing you pink TPU?
Yeah, no, he's just messing with me. That's all right.
Joe's the reason why they got rid of that. Don't ask, don't tell. Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
It's coming.
The fickle finger of fate.
You get the gold finger this morning. Gold finger.
Oh, right. Cabri still hasn't gotten a damn package. Hopefully, it'll be here today. Didn't come
But
yesterday.
you haven't got it yet?
Mm-mm. We've been watching
Well, you better
emails
get there
every
today.
day.
That's ridiculous. I got notice that case I bought for the Avata 2 is going to be here today, and then I look for this is out for delivery. I look for details, and it's saying package is out for delivery in Illinois.
She's excited about it though. She's been running around the house bragging about it. She got her name printed on her own name printed out.
You heard what I said, right?
Yeah.
The package is out for delivery in Illinois.
What?
Yeah.
Better check your address on your thing. Make sure it didn't get screwed up on your
If it
account.
got screwed up, they better fix it because it's not mine.
Sarah's in the chat.
You got a receipt? You must have a receipt, Joe. What's it say for address? Shipping.
Well, I
to-
bought it on Amazon. There's no way I have an Illinois address.
Oh,
Morning,
No,
Michael.
because it shows out for
good morning,
delivery in
Justin.
Illinois, but it shows when it says out for delivery, it shows my house on the thing.
That's weird.
Stupid.
yeah. You better call them and say, hey.
I ain't worried about it because if it don't get here, I'll just tell them, "Hey, guess what? Fix it."
Where was it coming from? Amazon?
Amazon.
Yeah, it might just be a error in the system that shows you where it's going. Could still be on the correct address.
Yeah, it's
So you'll know
probably because that's the last update was yesterday where it was. So it maybe didn't update the address, you know.
Yeah, you'll know today though. That you get
I don't
it or
care
not.
because I don't care because it's like it's on my Amazon card. I'll just tell them, "Look, that picture is not my house. Wherever it gets delivered to. So y'all need to fix that."
Although it could be Johnny in your Amazon account redirecting
Yeah,
the
I kinda
packages.
figured Johnny might have hacked it.
You know, his vacation home in Illinois.
See, I listen for when he says you got stuff coming in. Then I'll go wait down the street.
There you go.
Yeah, I cleaned up when he was in South Florida. Got a whole bunch of extra shit. I don't hear you.
Is that better?
Yeah.
I told him, I warned him. I told him, I said, Joe's over there at your house fingering through all your stuff. Put his finger in your peanut butter jar and everything.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, no need for that. That's a violation.
I just
Hey,
went over there and
Michael.
drank his coffee. What are you talking about?
Oh,
He said he got some dog shit coming in.
I think I've got to make a pot of tea.
Oh, we're gonna have a day today. I can see it. Oh, look, this We're going up at a lighthouse. I want to see what the winds are like today.
You might
Sarah,
go for a fly, Joe.
Ooh. What'd you say?
Said you're going
I
for
didn't
a
hear.
flight today.
Yeah, we're supposed to go about 10 o'clock. So I got 9 miles an hour and 22 miles an hour right now. So
Y'all gonna go live from your? You guys never go live from your
Changing
little
the
flight
earbuds.
meetups. You guys
Yeah,
need
we
to
do.
do that one day. Do you?
Changing from
Yeah.
On whose channel are you going live?
Bluetooth headphones
On
to
John.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, John, I got 11 and 22 right now out at Madisonville.
Hold on. Never seen the live stream pop. I've never gotten a notification for one.
That just means I can't fly through the tugboat.
hey, Sarah, how are you feeling? Better?
Probably help if I was subscribed.
Yeah, it would, huh?
Or if you guys go live today.
I think the doctors were messing around with Sarah about a week ago, right? So she's probably doing okay.
Yeah, she's feeling better.
Yeah.
So it just that kind of medication sometimes takes, a week or two to really kick in.
Right, yeah.
Get your body adjusted.
Your body's chemistry's got to settle down, and he says, as if
What's up,
you were
Joe?
some kind of medical expert.
As she said, I'm feeling better, just trying to work through this irritability that my medication causes. Yeah, I gotta calm her down at nighttime. Take her down a peg or two,
No, you'll get slapped.
Well, how
Like,
does that end
Nah.
up for you?
No, I'm definitely her calming factor. When she comes home, she calms down when she's with me. Metro Drones, what's up?
Hey, Joe, Fotoleo.
Hey, Joe. Hey, by the way, have you seen the graphic stuff that Joe Fotoleo does on the potato drone shells and
Yeah, the dipping.
body shells?
He's
Yeah,
good.
the dipping and all that.
Yeah,
That's
the
pretty
hydro
incredible,
dipping.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, hydro
other
dipping
effects
is
as
so
well.
hydro dipping is such a weird but interesting way of, like, it's a really cool method on how to
Right? Yeah, because you
paint
have to
stuff.
decorate the water first, don't you?
Yeah.
You've got to decorate the water, do all that sort of thing, and then there's like a one-hit thing that you do with your piece.
Well, it's all
I mean,
about your motion. Like I watch the guys do it all the time, and they have to do a certain
Wrap it
motion in the
round.
water. Yeah, they get
Yeah.
it to.
And I'm
Well, I
guessing
think-
the piece. Sorry, we're guessing the piece must be in the water to start with as well, right?
And I could be wrong, but I
thought they
think what
mixed
it
up
is.
and you dipped it.
No, what I think it is I think
Yeah,
some of
maybe you
this-
do.
Isn't it like a design on some kind of like paper or something, and then they put it in there and lay it in the water, and then
You can do.
I don't know. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
I've seen
it's
it
like
done
a
where they
film
lay
they
it
put
on the
on there.
surface of the water as well. And then they put something in it and it just grabs onto the surface of the thing that they are decorating.
Hey, Joe, I got an idea. You and I are gonna
Yeah,
start
film.
a business with this.
That's right.
I'm gonna get you down here for Mardi Gras next year. And we're gonna get a couple of big tubs and we're gonna fill the tubs up. And then we're gonna have it so we can hydro dip women in it. So they can be
Oh, yeah.
completely covered like that. And then they can go
Yeah.
around and they don't have to worry about wearing clothes. What do you think?
It's a film.
As long as they're
So
not
do you
dipping you, we're good.
So you
What about me
spray
getting
you spray the polycarbonate and then put it in the
Well,
the-
he's
on the
saying it's
film.
he said it's like a film. You put it in the water, and then he says you spray activator on it. Then you
Right.
dip it, or do you
You
spray the
spray it, then
activator on the
dip.
film,
Yeah.
then dip it.
you'd spray it on the thing, wouldn't you? Before you dip it.
Yeah, I'm assuming maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would be
Anyway,
like
it's pretty cool.
I envision that as being like clear coat on a car. You have it the way you want it, and then you put the clear coat on.
Yeah. And that keeps it how you want it.
I've seen people hydro dip
Protects it.
shoes. Like they'll take get a really nice pair, like all white, like Nikes or something. And then they'll do the hydro dip on it. I've seen people do that on the shoes too on YouTube.
Justin, are you keeping track of what Sarah says that she wants to go to Mardi Gras?
Oh yeah, she's been saying that for a long time. Activator on
Okay,
film,
there
which
you
is
go.
on top of water. Okay. Is the film expensive, Joe, or what? I'm assuming you don't have to have like a special like tub to put it in, right? You could probably do it in like a one of those storage tubs or something if that was
but
all you
yeah,
had.
that's what I've seen them do it in.
The one I watched do the shoes, they were doing it in the storage tub. I'm assuming it doesn't have to be like a special tub or anything. I don't know. Let me let me look something up real quick.
You could get some
I'm
pretty good
curious.
effects as well with this technique where people use washing up liquid, and they drizzle the washing up liquid on, and wherever the washing up liquid is, it's where the paint doesn't stick to. So it ends up as a kind of negative to whatever paint effect you do. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm sure you have to
Mm.
do it on something
Cheap.
like a stainless steel or something like that, because if you do it with like a plastic tub, it might stick to it.
Oh, yeah,
But
cool.
what they do sell like different prints. Look,
Hydrographics film.
I don't know
There
if
you
you
go.
get all that for $23, but he said it's pretty cheap, like hobby. So
It's 5 rolls times 3.3 feet.
yeah,
And they're the options of the rolls.
that's pretty cool. I mean, that's not bad though. I mean, if you wanted to paint something. And then
Oh, yeah,
there's the
here you go.
activator. There's the
Activator.
yep. Dip 8.
What is it though? What's in it? Let's have a look. Does it tell you what? There you go.
Oh, can you see that?
Yeah. Hang on.
Doesn't really say a whole lot.
It says don't light a match.
It says it's flammable, but then again, so are my farts. You know, it doesn't tell me anything.
Dip 8.
Yeah.
Ha!
Yeah,
Jojo.
so not bad.
Hey Joe,
Oh,
how you
there's Joe.
doing?
Just it's not that hard. Forget about it.
Again,
Joe, do you
Audio.
do you do a lot of hydro dipping?
I don't know. I think he's getting his audio squared away.
Not yet.
yeah, Joe Fotolio, he doesn't bath, he hydro dips.
Grab the dog and dip the dog.
He doesn't have his microphone activated, or he
I
does.
can't.
He's probably sorting it out so he could come on here and have a chat.
I don't know how you do it on the phone.
I just saw him.
Hardly ever.
I just saw the elusive Joe pop up
Yep.
on the screen there.
He'll be back.
He's troubleshooting something.
I can't remember how to do it on the phone because I don't ever use my phone to stream.
As Sarah said, she'd have fun at Mardi Gras, but she just wants to come here to eat.
There you go.
Yeah, she's all
I
about.
tell you what,
It's not just Mardi Gras. You got the good food. You got good food there all the time, don't you, Joe?
every day. Like I said, all she got to do if she gets here, I had to meet up with y'all and go out to my nephew's restaurant. And you're talking about good food. Oh, you walk out of there hurting.
So
Well, I know Justin's looking forward to beans on toast.
Yeah.
okay. You
So
gotta hit
we
join,
have a Lipton iced tea, peach
you gotta
iced
hit
tea.
join audio.
Mm.
And let's see.
We can hear you all right.
Yeah, if
You
you
guys-
go.
You guys drink iced tea in America?
A lot of
Sometimes.
people do. I
Yeah.
don't. But
Joe, turn your phone sideways.
yeah, if you turn your phone sideways, you'll get spread out. No, we
You know,
can't.
Mike-
We can't hear you, Justin.
Oh, okay. So Joe, turn your phone sideways when you come in, and then you can slide over, hit that join audio, and then slide over to more, and it gives you the meeting settings, and then you can set your audio. I just had to go on there and look because I've never. It's been a long time since I went live on my phone. But if you turn it sideways, you get more options on the phone.
Sarah's going on and on. Crawfish, poor boys, seafood boils, gumbos. What's
Oh, if
Benex?
you want, yeah, but if you want all that kind of stuff, you got to go to Missouri. You know where it originated from.
Hey Joe, you got her up?
Hey, I can hear you now. I couldn't hear
Yep,
you
we
before.
can
There
hear
you
you
go.
too.
Okay,
We can
we can
hear
hear
you.
you.
All right, cool.
Hey, Justin, I'm not gonna get the bird again, but you deserve it.
Yeah, you guys talking about the idea. So, no, it's super easy, man. The film's cheap. I get it on Amazon. That Dip 8 that you were showing, that's the exact one I use.
Okay.
The film, you can get like an exact specific one, you know, that you want. What I do is I get 5 random rolls, and it's like $20 or something, and they're I think 20 inches by a little over 3 feet. And you select from a category, so they're like skulls and flames, or wood and stone, or like galaxy and stars, whatever. So you just pick the category, and then they send you 5 random ones for, you know, in that category.
Oh, yeah.
I get a lot of. It's like $20 for 5 rolls, so it's pretty cool. I've got a couple here. I'll show you.
Now, what do you use to dip in? Like just a container, or?
Yeah. Just a like storage container. You know, like
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's not a cheap, or that's not an expensive little hobby to get into if you want to hydro dip.
Yeah, it
in
says
there.
it's cheap. There you go. Look.
you know, just
So
whatever.
20 inches. It's a roll.
And then if
that's
you
20
wanted to
inches
do-
wide.
Actually, if you wanted to do something big, one of those little plastic pools might be a good option. The ones you buy for the
If you got
kids.
something large, yeah. But if it's better if it's flatter.
Be
Like
deep,
the
though.
shell on the potato, it's so 3-dimensional that it kind of stretches as you dip it.
Right.
But the flatter the piece is, the better. Like I've done some. Here's my controller. I'll show you in a minute. My like some FPV controllers, and I do my props and feel this tape here.
Oh, you could take the shell off your drone and do the shell. That'd be cool. The whole body.
You hydro dip your props. There you go. Look.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
boost
Yeah,
the
yeah.
size of that? Hang on, I can do it, can't I? I can boost it. There you go.
So that's like an example of one. I don't know if it's side here any better, but so like where it's clear, basically you can do an undercoat. So like if you wanted that like a red background, then you do that, and then the ink basically is the black. And when you spray the activator on it, I guess essentially it melts the film, melts the plastic,
Okay.
and leaves just the ink on the water. And then you just dip your part nice and slow and easy.
So you lay the film in the water, then spray the activator on top of it.
Yeah, and there's a side up and a
Okay.
side down. Yeah.
It
That's
kind
where
of
the
makes you
film-
wonder why, instead of using an activator, why wouldn't they just put it on like rice paper?
On like a what?
Like rice paper. I wonder if that would work because rice paper just dissolves as soon as it hits water.
Yeah, but it'll go everywhere,
But
wouldn't
it
it?
might
Wouldn't hold
dissolve
together.
before it gets on.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know.
that's
I'm
true.
not really questioning the science behind it. I think they got it figured out, but yeah. It's super easy. And
No, that's pretty
I mean,
cool
it's so
though.
humid out here. It's like the film's it's like 1,000% humidity, so the film's all getting jacked up. But here's another one.
Yeah, it's not a bad price for
Okay.
what you paid for it.
What was it? $6 for
No, mnemonic,
5
mnemonic stuff.
rolls.
And
Yeah, I think we could do that, Joe. I think we get us a right kind of bucket. We can get the girl to come over and stick her chest in there, and then she don't have to worry about body
good
paint.
God.
Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. So I did my Avada props. That's with a carbon fiber dip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at
Oh,
the
nice.
prop.
And this is I did like 2 and 2. So this is just
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's, that film's cool actually. I did Sammy Itchy Stack FPV's controller shell with that. I don't think I have any more of it, but that's a cool one. It's got like
Dude, I want to just start hydro dipping everything in the house, my stapler on my desk and
man,
everything.
it's so fun and easy. Yeah, dude, it's like, oh, get that cup real quick. My daughter, she helped my 10-year-old. She likes doing it. She's helped me.
You can
done
also
some,
get clear shells now, can't you, for transmitters? I've seen a few
mhm.
TX16
Oh, dude, Sarah,
shells.
come home, be pissed because I done hydro dipped everything in the house.
But
Uh,
yeah, here's my
Man,
Tango 2.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
oh, dude, I can
I like
hydro
that.
dip.
Oh, look
That's
at the
nice.
controller.
Cool cat. Does the front of your computer, does the panel come off?
Probably. Why is that? Do you want to hydro dip it?
Oh, dude, I want to hydro dip the panel on the front of my fucking computer.
Yeah,
Do it.
totally doable.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I could even do I bet I could do the glass too, the glass panel on the side. The cool design.
yeah.
That'd be- Fuck it, I'm just gonna dip the whole computer. Graphics card and everything.
Hydro dip the dog.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, and Sarah kicked my ass, cat.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's another prop.
Come
Kids
home,
are
find
hydro
Tyson
dipped.
hydro dipped.
Yeah, that's cool.
Got like a couple aces
Very
on there,
cool.
and like a girl bent over, and Uncle Sam like a
Yeah,
skeleton.
that's what I was saying. I would do that to bend them over right and get them in just right. We get a little booth set up right there by the French Quarter Mardi Gras Day, man. Shit, we'd be so rich.
They'd be doing that if he
Does it stick to skin though, or?
yeah, they dip their arms or whatever.
Oh, so
Yeah, I
it
saw
doesn't
them do the
stick to
arms. That's
skin.
what I'm saying. If we set it up like that, put it in French Quarter, charge them like $10 a piece. You know, come in there. All the people in there that are showing it anyway, they're gonna come in and man, everybody be there. Have a
Bro,
little
10
trademark,
bucks.
you know.
You could
10
call
bucks,
it body dipping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
10 bucks. You're
Yeah.
underestimating yourself for 10 bucks, Joe.
Yeah, it's 20
body
quid at
dippers.
least. At least 20 bucks. 10,
Yeah.
10 bucks a boob.
yeah, I agree. Yeah.
20 per ass cheek.
If you got a small pool, you could dip a whole lady in there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you were doing hydro dipping and you wanted to do something big, I think one of those kiddie pools, the plastic ones that you can buy at the dollar store for like 20 bucks. Oh, one of those would work good. Great for that.
Yeah, for sure. I've got different size, different boxes that plastic boxes that screws come in. I'm in construction, so I got 3-inch screw containers.
The
And
only
those
thing
work
is,
great.
Joe, is hydro dip isn't conformable. In other words, it is when you do it, but it gets rigid right afterwards.
Rigid.
No, it's not gonna get rigid.
It's
gonna
basically
be like
all
a-
it is.
like a
All it
sticker.
is basically the ink is on the film, and you're laying the whole film on the water, and you let it do its thing for 45 seconds, 60 seconds, and until it kind of wrinkles up, but then spreads back out. It's absorbing the water. Then you spray the activator, and you're ready to dip right away. But it's basically melting the plastic and just leaving ink on the water. Like if you spray it and then shake the bucket around, it'll just ruin everything. Like it'll just slosh
okay.
everywhere. So you got to
Yeah.
be real careful and keep the water real still. Even when you spray it, with the PSI of the can, can move the water around. So you got to
can
kind
move it
of
around.
and then you're ready to dip. I've done some shorts on it.
So
Throw back. I did
after the
some
process, Joe, are you left with a film on the bottom of the container? The backing, if you like.
The film kind of stays on the top when you dip the part. If you've ever watched somebody do it, they kind of shake it around once it gets in the water. And that basically is just disturbing all the ink that's still on top of the water. So when you pull it up, it's not sticking
Comes
to
out
your
clean.
And then, so that pretty much that pretty much stays on the top. You can see this. You can see. Oh, you can get that soccer ball out of there. You can see, you know, around the top. That's just from the excess stuff that.
Right. And it's
you know,
because it had activator on it that it sticks like that to the side.
yeah, just it'll stick. I mean, I could probably clean that up with some acetone or some rubbing out, you know, whatever. But just a dipping bucket. So it's stuck to the side. It's not coming back off once
It's not going anywhere. Right. Okay.
Now it's stuck. Like I said, probably some acetone would take it right off.
But I mean, if you look at what he's dipped, Paul, it looks like something that was done in a factory. I mean,
Yeah,
It's-
it looks
it's-
super professional. I've seen some really amazing
Yeah.
ones.
It's easy, and I've had fails for sure. Like you can overactivate, underactivate. Like there's a little bit of a science to it, but yeah, it's not hard at all once you figure it out. Yeah, I've done probably 15 shells for the potato and countless props, and I've done my controller, my Tango 2 controller. Let's see, I did got one over here that was kind of a fail that we did. Kind of it's like Radio Master Boxer.
Oh yeah. Is that a boxer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Boxer on that.
Yeah, the Radio Master Mini. Is it called a Mini or something? Radio Master something. It's tiny, but that's you can get see-through, different colored see-through shells for that.
I'm not for sure of all the different Radio Masters. There's a yeah, Dave Shattuck's Fly High FPV stuff. This is one of his shells actually that was clear. And the purpose of that is to paint the inside of it so it paint never scratches, but you know, and they're pretty affordable,
Yeah.
like $20. I'm not sure exactly.
Paul, Justin, Joe,
What's up, Mark?
Joe,
Hey, Mark, how's
Hi,
it
Mark.
going?
How you
Mark.
doing?
Michael.
How are you, my friend?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Good,
Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Hey, Mark, what's the name of that little tiny Radio Master transmitter? You know the one? It's only been out a year.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with a lot of
The one
Remember.
that's smaller than the Boxer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Is it like,
Is that-
is
I've
it
seen.
a controller?
Oh, I think Mars had that controller. I think
Is it
Mars
like
got
this?
that not too long ago.
No, it's smaller than that. In
Didn't they
fact,
call
it's
it?
got
Didn't
a
they call it? Didn't they call it the Radio Master Pocket?
pocket? Yes, that's it. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, it's the Radio Master Pocket. It's got a rounded kind of game controller.
Yeah, I think Mars FPV got that controller not too long ago. He showed it on
Is
my
that
stream.
what is that, Joe? Is that a Zorro?
That's Tango 2.
A Tango 2? Okay.
Yeah, I love this. Brother Max Air 420 gave that to me when I.
Yeah, they are
decided to
good. Those TBS Tango
I
2s.
love it. It's great. He had the upgraded antenna on it, the diamond antenna. So
Right.
but this is my baby right here. Yeah.
Oh,
Grinder
nice.
Reno.
Grinderino, I thought it was. Yeah. Very thick kind of carbon fiber on that.
And then Demibot's kind of under repair. Waiting on an O3 air unit for that. It's 5-inch, 6F.
Okay.
Fun stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm more of a fixed wing pilot myself.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love chasing fixed wing.
I'm pretty sure Mars got that controller, the one you were talking about, Michael. He showed it on my channel, I think, a couple
All
months
right,
back.
the pocket. Yeah, because
Yeah.
a few came out all at once, you know. You had the pocket, and then there was the jumper T20 or something.
Yeah, I think the Pocket was brought. It was about the same size as the original FPV controller.
What's up, Lance?
The DJI FPV controller.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not familiar with that one. But
Yeah,
the Pocket is
that's the
tiny.
one. That's the one I'm thinking of. I'm pretty sure that was the one Mars got not too long ago. It looked like kind of like the DJI controller, but had a bunch of switches on it.
And they're very cheap as well. They're like 40 quid, and you can get some see-through cases
Yes, you
for
can.
next to nothing from AliExpress.
You can get the see-through case for the Boxer as well.
Oh yeah.
You can get
Is
a lot
this the one
faster
you're
than
talking about?
FPV.
Yes. That's the one.
Yeah, the antenna folds down, I think.
Oh yeah. There you go. It's a see-through case as well.
Buddy of mine's got a TX16S. That thing is like holding 3 bricks in your hand.
Well, you can see this one's got a clear case
Yeah.
on the front on it.
I do like the full-size controller though, Joe. There's just something to it. I've always used the full size.
You're a thumber?
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
to
I
be
got
fair,
I got a boxer.
I'm a kind of a half and half some way because I think I use the throttle and the rudder on my left hand. I tend to pinch that and then I thumb the collective.
Okay.
But when I'm gliding, I just kind of thumb. I think
Uh-huh.
pretty much because there's no throttle on that.
I get a lot more hand cramping when I pinch, like especially in the sim. I'll be in the sim for an hour and a half straight, but thumbing is way more comfortable or less fatigue anyway on the hands. But
Yeah,
real life, 4 minutes at a time. I'll pinch.
yeah. But
I think
sometimes
the
it's so
only
exciting
trouble
that
I've
you'll be
got
ripping.
Y'all were talking about
The only-
hydro dipping. I gotta start getting ready for work.
Yeah, my problem with thumbing at the moment is I've got arthritis in both thumbs, which doesn't help.
Oh. Yeah, that doesn't help at all.
Definitely not. Well, you guys have a good rest of the day, man. Good chatting with y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Later,
thank you,
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah,
Catch you later.
thanks, Joe.
See you guys. Take care.
See you, mate. Thank you.
Dude, I might try to get some of that stuff and do some hydro dipping. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, why not? It'd be a good idea. I mean, it didn't cost a lot of money, really. I mean, how much was the activator and the sheets?
To get the sheets and the activator, you'd be looking at about $50.
Mhm.
$50. Yeah. Okay.
So that's not bad at all. Just to play around and like I said, I would end up hydro dipping half the shit on my desk.
Yeah, well, why not? It's all right. It's good fun. Now look at this. Look, you get this Radio Master full function radio, right, for $60.
Yeah,
That's pretty
the
insane, isn't it?
pocket is cheap compared with everything else.
Joe, you're muted, by the way, Joe.
Me? No?
No, Joe Fotolier, sorry.
No, he left.
No,
He
he's
had
He
to
going.
left. All right, got you. Okay. I just caught
Yeah.
the YouTube.
What the hell is going on with this?
Yeah, he said he had to leave to run to work.
Yeah, that's my
Does
bad.
some nice airbrushing work, Joe does.
And he's saying
So-
those 5 rolls go a long way. Yeah, not bad. Donald.
Somebody
don't.
hacked into my system.
What?
On my direct TV, it'll be working, and all of a sudden it starts changing channel. Like somebody around might have the same frequency as me.
Might be one of your neighbors or something.
Yeah, I'm about
You
to
have
call
direct
them up and ask
TV?
them. Well, it's direct TV streaming through AT&T fiber.
I was about to say, how the hell do you have a dish on an apartment? Most apartments don't let you do dishes.
No, it's AT&T fiber, but it's direct TV streaming. That's what it
So
is.
it's like a cable box and an app.
Yeah, it's a little
essentially.
like deal I got to stick on the back of the TV.
Because that's the way, like I said, that's the way the cable companies here in Florida are doing it now. Instead of
Yeah.
having cable boxes, it's just an application now, and it's just a virtual cable box now.
What it
You don't
does
have-
is it jumps me off and goes into the app section of it, and it takes me off of the TV. And it did that last night for the first time. Just did it again. So I just went in there and I told it to kill the app. So maybe the app's doing it. Maybe it's got a timer or something.
Well, it is possible. Maybe one of your neighbors has it too, and it's conflicting somehow.
Well, it could be. But I know she does upstairs.
Well, even Sky have stopped using dishes now. They've gone to fiber as well.
Well, think about it too. You put your whole entire cable box platform on an application. Now you don't have to provide all these boxes and equipment anymore.
Yep.
You know, it saves them a lot of money and equipment and costs and all that.
Yeah.
It's a good way to go.
Not to mention infrastructure maintenance that they were having to
Right.
engage in.
It's like like I said, the cable companies here, the only thing you have is a router and modem. That's it. They don't have to give you a cable boxes, nothing like that anymore. You just get access to the application and then you can
Yeah, it's all right as long as you keep on going on to it and updating the app.
You froze for a minute there, Justin, just so you know. Justin, if you pause Grinder for a second, it will probably catch up.
Yeah.
It works for me.
Fine.
Well, my new door lock arrived today, so I'll be swapping it over in a bit.
You installing it yourself?
You knew what comes today?
My new door lock.
Oh, I thought
You know,
you
the one-
said your new dog comes today. I'm going, what?
No.
So is it just the what's it called? The barrel, or is it the whole mechanism? Bolt
It's a five lever mortise.
Okay.
So it's only a couple of screws to undo, pull the old, take the door handles off, pull the lock out, put the new one in. It's not difficult.
On the printable site, they've got a full size Avada 2 3D you could print. Crazy.
Full size about it too. You can print it.
Yeah.
To what end? Why would you want to?
I agree. Why would you want one?
Well, yeah, that plus it'd be one thing if you could take and print an Avada 2 and then transfer all your electronics into that. Like if you
Yeah, that would be okay.
destroyed it, but
Yeah.
You print one out for Lance and tie a piece of string to it and tell him, there you go, there's your new kite.
there you go.
I'll put it this
Well-
way, I would not attempt it. You ought to see all the support you're gonna need. Because it's a solid piece. If it was in parts, pieces and parts, it'd be different. But it's a one piece.
Ah,
I'm looking right now to see how it was supported. Probably take 12 hours to print. God darn.
Mark's out having a ciggy rat.
Uh-huh.
It's got more supports in it than filament.
Hmm.
Than the filament to make it. God darn. Still generating the time. I bet you it's about 18 hours.
What would be the purpose of doing that?
37
Just a-
hours, 57 minutes.
It's just a display thing, isn't it?
Yeah. But 37 hours, 57 minutes.
Well, you know what? If you could print that and it looked halfway decent, you might be able to sell those to people that have them on a display where they're selling them, like Best Buy or whoever, instead of having the real thing sitting there.
Yeah, but not at 37 hours, 57 minutes.
No.
No. Yeah, that's the one where you got to mold and just mold them.
You see display models of drones on sale on eBay quite often.
Yeah. Yeah, they come from
Where it's
DJI
just the
probably
case
sends
and-
out display models.
Yeah, just a case and nothing inside them.
Now, what would be good to scale it down like 1/3 the size
Yeah.
and have it like that. And
Rather
everybody
than-
say, look what came out yesterday. Mini Avata 2. Mini 2.
A sub 250 gram mini.
So, see if I could print one of these and if I could print it in a gray and then go back and paint the stuff, you know.
Mm.
But I'm not. See, that's 7 hours to bring it down about 1/3 the size. But I still don't think I can guarantee the thing be fixed. It's got so much on the bottom supports. God darn.
It'd be good
Well,
to.
the other thing is, what Lance was talking about was he doesn't like the size of the new controller. It's slippery. If you could print a sleeve that it fit in that made it the size of the old one, I bet you could sell those.
Well, you probably could. I guarantee they got one out there already.
Probably.
Something like a little extension on the bottom.
Yeah.
Joe, have you ever pondered on printing out a ducted fan seagull or an eagle or something? Because they're available. I've been coveting the seagull design for a while.
You talking about
Get
for the
done.
FPV type?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I saw them out there.
They're
I'm
very
just
nice.
not have the ambition to sit there and do something like that.
Yeah,
It's always something's always a spur of the moment when I find it.
right. Yeah, yeah. This would be a big project anyway because you'd have to print lots of parts and then glue them together and make them
Yeah, I
work.
did one big project of a Desert
Not to-
Eagle.
Not to
Oh.
mention Biola Electronics.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
did a
it,
Desert Eagle project where it was about 15 parts and you had to put them all together. And after try to get them all together afterwards, they all lined up a little bit off. So I said, you know what, I'm not doing big projects.
Was it full scale? Was it?
Did you hear what Lloyd
Yeah,
and his son are
it's
going
full
to?
scale. Yeah, it was about that big.
Did you hear what
that,
Lloyd
Mark?
and his son are going to do?
What Lloyd's going to do? What?
They're going to print out a full-size R2D2.
Oh yeah, Lloyd and his brother. Yeah, is that right? Or his brother-in-law or something?
His, no, I think it was his son.
His son-in-law. Okay. Yeah, an R2D2 project. That sounds like fun. They mentioned it yesterday, didn't
He said it might take him a couple of years.
they? Mm.
It's gonna take a while.
Well, I suggested they forget about electronics and just put art in there, like they
Yeah,
did with
Lloyd said that.
Kenny Baker. Kenny Baker did that, didn't he?
Yeah.
You've got a photo of him climbing into because the photo is like this. Alec Guinness is leaning against a rock, and a couple of hands, obviously, are trying to feed Kenny Baker into the top of this R2D2 thing. It's a crazy photograph. Very cool. I think it's Kenny Baker, isn't it? The guy who
I
did
think so.
R2D2. See if I can find it.
It seems strange that they needed actually somebody inside it
Yeah.
and they hadn't done it all by servos.
Yeah, they could have. I mean, the technology was available back then.
Mm.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
That was weird. I clicked out of the game and all of a sudden it was like the stream fast forwarded 5 minutes. No, Marcel actually built a full-size R2D2 replica with all the electronics, and some guy from a production company actually bought it from him. Or some movie production company. And it took him a long time to build it too. It took him like over a year because there's a lot of part. If you do the legit print, the one that's full size, it takes a long time unless you got 2 or 3 printers going. I'm definitely gonna try. I want to try that out, Jeff.
One of them online raffle type competitions did a cracking bundle the other day. An X1 Carbon, a P1S, and 2 A1 Minis, all as one bundle.
And they were giving it away if you won the, what was it? Who had the coolest print or something?
You just bought tickets,
Okay.
somewhat like £5 for a ticket or something.
Oh yeah, they probably made 10 times what those printers cost in ticket sales. So. But it's a good contest for your viewers, though. So
yeah,
I'm sure those printers pay for themselves 3 times over with ticket sales. Because I mean, for $5 or £5, whatever, that's not, you're not breaking the bank to enter, but you're taking a chance of you could win a couple $1,000s in printers.
well, that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But some people might be willing to buy 2 or 3 tickets at that price,
Oh, yeah. I think when you added up the amount of tickets that they were selling, because they have a limit to the tickets and the price, I think they usually make at least 100% profit on top of what they're selling. So long as they sell all the tickets, and on things like that, they will sell out quite easily.
So they put a limit on how many tickets you could get, or how many tickets they sell.
Yeah, they put a limit on how many tickets you can buy, and they put a limit on how many tickets they sell.
See, they shouldn't put a limit on how many tickets are sold, maybe per person, but I feel like you're limiting yourself to extra money if you're doing that.
Oh yeah, but I mean the amount of tickets that they put a limit on is something like 200 tickets per person maximum, sort of thing. But nobody ever buys that kind.
That'd be what, 400?
Well, it'd be £1,000 worth of tickets.
Yeah,
if you bought the maximum, but you could still get something like £2,500 worth of printers. Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you had the money to blow like that and you just wanted to see if you'd win it, why not?
Yeah.
Because if you did win, you'd be making out anyway. So,
I mean, I bought a ticket, but I thought, what do I do with 4 printers?
well, that's when you sell 3 of them and make some money and you keep one.
Yeah.
You could make, you could sell 3 of them for, relatively cheap to get rid of them real quick, and you'd be making
Oh, yeah.
nothing but pure profit off of that.
Yeah, if you just keep the X1 Carbon and sell the P1S and the the 2 minis, A1 minis, you'd get nearly £2,000 for that.
And I made up a propeller box to put my propellers in, the extra ones.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like this. And then all you do is it's just a little triangle. And it holds propellers on the inside,
Mm.
like that. They got
Yeah,
a guy
keep
here
'em
that's
from
got a
getting-
better one than me.
Yeah, keep them
It
from
holds
getting bent.
the propellers up with the slides for the slots. It's more like a oval shape. Looks pretty cool. But I like mine.
What the hell?
It's right down there and I can put my duck on top of it.
I'm doing some stuff on the side online, Dan, but it's not quite enough right at the moment. What the hell's Wallpaper Engine doing?
There it is. R2D2
Hmm.
with the lid off. That must have been out when they were filming it.
Yeah, this is Kenny here. Alex, and that's his boots. Taking his boots off and loading him in.
So Kenny actually so there was actually a kid inside that R2D2.
Yeah, this is Kenny
No.
Baker.
Yeah, a little
He's the
bit,
guy
man.
who
A midget, not a kid.
Oh yeah, he wasn't a kid. He was an adult. Kenny Baker.
Why, what's up? You got something going on, Dan? What the fuck is going on with Wallpaper Engine? Stop.
Hmm.
Why isn't that one work? This my MSI background not working. There we go.
It's only 57 degrees here. I thought it was a little chilly. You're supposed to get warm today down there, Justin?
It was warm this morning when I went outside. I was like, holy shit. That
It's
was
hot
at like
already.
8 o'clock. It
We're at 80
is-
degrees already.
You're 80 already?
Already, we're supposed to be in the 90s today.
So for all the foreign countries that haven't gotten to the moon yet, it's 27 degrees Celsius.
Well, I see they scrubbed they scrubbed the launch of the yesterday, right?
And it's
Yeah,
80
seven-
degrees here.
17 degrees here.
It's supposed to be a high of 92.
So when is the new launch of the space mission?
Oh, I
They
don't know.
scrubbed yesterday.
Is
That'll
that
be soon, though.
NASA? Or,
Maybe
Yeah.
it's today.
is that NASA or SpaceX?
NASA and
NASA.
SpaceX.
For fuck's sake, who knows if it's NASA? They fucking take forever doing anything.
It says our maximum today is 19.
In
SpaceX,
fact,
they'd have that.
was it just NASA? It wasn't SpaceX, no.
No, SpaceX has been, NASA has been leaning on SpaceX for the last few years now because SpaceX is just so much more efficient and everything. And the shit they're doing is kind of blowing NASA out of the water. So they've been kind of relying on SpaceX for a lot of things.
Yeah, it's pretty typical British weather. 19 degrees and sunny today. And then tomorrow it's going to be 21 degrees, but raining.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Very typical. And if you don't like that, just wait a few minutes.
Yeah. What are they launching anyway? Because NASA doesn't even use a space shuttle anymore. So what are they trying to launch? Is it a? You're muted, Paul.
It's a regular mission, and it's got several. They're going to the space station.
Is it just a delivery for the space station?
No, it's
People.
astronauts.
Well, what the hell are they using? Because they retired all the space shuttles and everything.
Yeah, this isn't the shuttle. This is a new aircraft built for this. I
I
guess.
wonder if it's a capsule.
Yeah,
A
it
small
is.
capsule.
It's a
Like the
capsule.
Apollo capsules. Yeah, it must be one of those then. Because I know the shuttles, they retired those a few years back and they haven't really done shit with those. Now, SpaceX has got their own shuttle that they're obviously working on and all that.
Yeah, because Marcus turned his TV on during donation last night to watch
were-
the launch, and they cancelled the launch.
Yeah, well, they were talking about NASA is now working with, and I thought they said SpaceX, but I don't know.
Boeing.
Oh, it's
But joint-
definitely
joint
SpaceX.
thing, you know.
They've been, like I said, they've been using SpaceX as a crutch because SpaceX has just been blowing them past them on everything. And I think SpaceX has pulled a lot of talent from other space agencies because of the amount they're paying everybody and everything.
Well, I'm
They're
I'm
paying
guessing
better.
that it makes it easier for NASA to work outside of government, work with public, you know.
Well, technically, the NASA's not a government agency, but it is government funded with public money. That's how
Right.
they word it. But technically, it is not a private or government agency. It's a public agency. That's what they call it. But like I said, SpaceX has been paying everybody, engineers and all this shit, all better money. So I think they've pulled a lot of talent from other space agencies, even from around the world, to where they're getting most of the top guys. And I think that's why they're advancing so fucking quick.
Are you saying
Because-
pulled or pooled?
Pulled, like they've pulled a lot of talent from other
Pooled.
space agencies.
Pool as in pulled pork or pool as in swimming pool?
No, pool isn't pulled pork,
Got ya.
like
Uh,
pulled,
Cool.
like PULLED, pulled.
Right.
Yeah, and that's because of the, like I said, they're pumping a lot of money into SpaceX. They're paying their people very well. So why would you go work for NASA making say 80 or 100,000 a year when Elon might offer you 250 to
Oh,
do
yeah.
the same job there, you know?
Got to go where the money is.
Right.
Mm. Yeah, headhunted
Fair
is the
enough.
word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They're headhunting a lot of people from other agencies.
Uh,
And
the
if you
same
look at
time,
like, oh, go ahead.
So, well, they are saving the money as well. I mean, you know, it's not all one way. You know, SpaceX are saving NASA a lot of money by having that kind of work contracted out to them.
Well, and let's face it, the other billionaires that are involved in space crap like Bezos and Branson, I mean, really, all they're working on is these little stupid spaceships that nobody really gives a shit about.
Yeah, it's
Because
touristy, isn't it?
they're
Touristy
trying to
stuff.
make touristy crap where Elon's actually into promoting the science, and they're diving into the rockets, the spacesuits, space. You know, he wants to build space stations, all kinds of shit. Like he's in a whole different
Mm.
level of thinking than they are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it won't be long
Oh,
before
good
we
morning,
can't
Don.
launch
Don.
any rockets for
Lance?
fear of hitting one of the satellites.
Well, look how many rocket launches they're doing SpaceX is doing. I mean, remember space launches used to be something you
Bye,
might
Lance.
see every couple of years.
Yeah,
And now it's like
No, it's
every
every
week
week.
there's one or two a week now. It's so
Yeah.
common
yeah,
now.
but what
And they
he's
might have
doing
20
is he's
satellites
launching
that turn
them
up.
to put more satellites in orbit. By the
Oh, I
time
know,
he's
but I'm
finished, there'll be that many satellites in orbit. There won't be any room to fit any rockets through them.
but what I'm saying is the experience that SpaceX is gaining just in the past 5 years
Yeah,
is probably more than, you know, a lot of other space agencies have done in the past 50 years because of the amount
Oh,
of
yeah.
launches they're doing and all that stuff. They're gaining a lot of experience real quick. What's up,
Yeah.
Don?
So how far
That's
along do you
what their
reckon they are?
strategy.
Right.
Yeah, how far along do you reckon they are with a warp drive?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have some crazy shit behind the scenes that they're working on. Like as far as propulsion, different propulsion methods and stuff.
Yeah, that's what they really want.
I
But
can say the warp drive is okay. I think they should skip it though and go directly to the improbability drive.
yeah,
Or
me
the
too.
spore drive. The spore drive.
The
Improbability
improbability
drive is
drive is
actually
much
fast.
better.
Well, the spore drive that they were doing on Discovery was instantaneous, wasn't it? They'd be jumping to the other side of the universe in milliseconds.
Well, improbability drive, by its very nature, if the spore drive makes it probable, the improbability drive can outperform it.
Probably.
Yeah.
So you might
You know,
arrive before
what
you
was it?
left.
We've reached normality, whatever normal is.
And you know, there's a lot of smaller countries out there that have space agencies, but they don't have the infrastructure. So where do they end up going to implement their ideas and everything? They end up either going to the U.S. or maybe some countries they might go to Russia. You know, because there's only so many places you can go that actually have the infrastructure for rockets and all that. You know, so you get a lot of talent from around the world that have the potential of coming in.
The only trouble with the probability drive is it turns whales into plant pots with petunias in.
And then, isn't that powered by water chickens as well?
Water
I
exchange.
love-
What are you talking about?
I love that line though.
No, I said
Funnily
water.
enough,
Water
the only
chickens.
thoughts one of the whales was saying, "Oh, what's this? It's
A
big.
new friend.
I wonder if it'll be friends with me." Yeah, splat. Funnily enough, the only thing that went through the mind of the bowl of petunias was, "Oh no, not again."
Yeah, if I ever had a chance to go on a spaceship, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
You would?
Oh hell
Justin
yeah,
Paul.
that'd be
Then
So
tries
if
to
it
move
was a
on
m-
because he's read the book.
that'd be
Justin, have you ever
No,
read Hitchhiker's Guide?
no. I've
Okay, I
heard of
can
it,
tell.
but no, I've never read it.
Yeah, you should. In fact, just watch it. There's a couple of good films. There's a good one actually, quite recently. I mean, 2000 and something, 2005 maybe or something.
It's okay.
Come on, it's good.
It-
Brilliant.
It's really good as far as how do you adapt that book.
Mhm.
I I'm waiting for one episode of Star Trek where they're trying to solve a really awkward problem, and one of the engineers goes, well, "Why don't we just look on YouTube?"
Why not?
Google it. Google it.
Yeah.
I could just see an astronaut up in the space station watching a how-to video on how to fix their air supply.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Welcome to Corey and Corey's Underworld. Today we're going to show you how to fix your air supply.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
I think the way that they're trying to crack the whole propulsion thing is just to find new and more interesting and, ways to throw things very fast out the back of something. There's a drive, isn't there? Like,
Well, it was,
That's
speaking of,
easy. Just use TJ's potato cannon.
that was like when China and Russia came out with the hypersonic missiles, everybody was freaking out. And it was like, you don't think the US has some shit in their closet that they've already worked on? They're just not telling nobody. And then already this year, they're retrofitting a bunch of the destroyers to carry them now.
Mm.
They
Yeah,
didn't come up with that
use
shit in just a,
scramjets and whatnot.
well, what I'm saying is they didn't come up with that shit in a year or two. That's something they already had. They just didn't tell anybody.
Mm.
Mm.
I
'Cause
think,
that was like 2 years ago when those hit the scene, when China and Russia were showing off their hypersonic missiles. And everybody
Yeah.
was like, oh, the US doesn't have that. Yeah, okay.
but the solution would be for that to, it would be like a Starlink satellite array, and all the missiles would just exist in orbit, and they would whatever it's called, they would deorbit or whatever, whenever they needed to hit a target. So it would essentially be a glider, a hypersonic glider. Maybe even with an extended kind of scramjet or something, I don't know.
Well, that'd be like an extension of the Star Wars project that, was it Reagan did?
Well,
Yeah,
it was more of a concept idea back then. Technology wasn't there. He was a little ahead of his time when it came to thinking that.
yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't
that
very realistic
that was
anyway.
not ever really past the planning stages. It was mainly just to get Russia to throw more money at their defense.
Yeah.
Right. Get them to
Exactly
balloon
what
their
it was.
defense budget more.
Yeah,
And
Star
it was
Wars.
useful.
The most brilliant thing about it was just to bankrupt.
Yeah.
For that to work, you would actually have to the aggression would have to happen at a specific time in order for everything in orbit to come together. So it was kind of ridiculous. It'd be so easy to defeat.
Well, that's the
When
thing
you
too,
defeat it,
is you think the Russians would have realized, yeah, this probably isn't probable.
no doubt they did. to some
But no,
degree.
they just are like, all right, let's throw another couple billion at it that we don't have.
Thing is that now it is possible.
I would say possible, maybe still a little out of reach, but I don't know, that'd still be a huge undertaking though.
Oh, that's some lunch. Lunch. Peshwari naan.
But it's like Donald said, it sounded good on paper, but it was never going to get implemented.
Mm.
I guess I have to have a certain degree of technical liability.
Well, I think yesterday I found my new favorite flavor of ice cream.
What's that?
Tesco's Finest, which means it's the more expensive brand. And it was a creamy Colombian coffee ice cream.
You
That
lost
sounds
me at
good.
the coffee.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of more fond of just good basic ice creams like vanilla bean or I really like vanilla bean ice cream.
Vanilla bean.
Yeah.
Yeah, real vanilla ice cream.
Mm,
That's that's the only thing I drink with. We go to Starbucks. They have a really good vanilla bean like shake. Oh, it's like a shake. And you get
yeah,
the
it's
little
the fact
beans in
that
them.
you call it vanilla bean.
Well, what do you call it?
Well, the vanilla pods.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Tomato,
Fucking
tomato.
hell, Mark. Oh, you'll argue about anything, wouldn't he?
The whole world calls them vanilla pods, except for America.
I think you'll find it's pronounced vanilla. Okay, Mark.
It's vanilla bean. That's what we call it, vanilla bean.
Yeah,
Surely.
that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The double L makes it a Y.
And it's
Vanilla.
diced vanilla. Okay.
Yeah, it's diced vanilla, not cute, not filleted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it I think Australia is known for their vanilla bean, right?
Come on.
Because
Madagascar.
Sarah's grandma, she lived over in Australia for about I want to say 3 to 5 years, something like that. Back in like I think it was the early 2000s. And when she came back and I first met her, she gave me and Sarah a little like, it was kind of a package thing you would buy in like a gift shop, and it had 2 vanilla bean pod things in it. And it was from Australia.
Yeah, I didn't know Australia was
Yeah,
big vanilla.
she gave that to me in a few coins that she brought back from Australia, just some, well, both there, just their regular money, but she gave me some Australian coins. I got a couple 20-cent pieces.
I'm going to turn my audio off while I'm chewing on this banana bread.
But just, you know, how you're not supposed to have favorite kids, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it like this way. I got
just
one
don't
that's about
tell
to
'em.
be bumped down on the list
Yeah, you just don't tell them,
because
Joe.
he's up in Alaska and at Santa Claus, North Pole, Alaska. That's where he's at. I told him, I said, I need a T-shirt. He says, good luck with that. If you don't bring me back a North Pole, Alaska T-shirt and he's up there 7 weeks, you're gonna go down to number 3.
So what you're saying is you're not supposed to have a favorite, but you can have a least favorite.
I might make him number 4. And I only have 3 kids. What are you talking about?
Not Aubrey. She has made it very apparent who her favorite parent is. She don't give a shit. She told her mom like 3 different times. She goes, "Daddy's my favorite." No, I'd say out of my 3 kids, I'm definitely a lot closer with Aubrey at the moment, only because she's a lot younger than the other 2. The other 2 are kind of in their teenage years, so you know how that goes.
Oh yeah, once they hit teenage years,
Yeah, they're all about friends and boyfriends
Yeah.
and girlfriends and hanging out and
Mm.
all that stuff. They don't care
And they
about
pick up way too many bad habits from other kids as well.
See, my oldest, she's very much not she's opposite of that. Like she'll come home and she'll be like, some kid at school said this to me, and I told him to leave me alone. Like she's very responsible as far as she knows what's not good and what's, you know. Like
Mm.
she was talking to this boy at school, and then she's like, she came home and she told me, and so she was like, I found out he smoked weed, and I told him to kick rocks.
Mm.
Like, good for you.
Pack it in.
Yeah, when my stepdaughter went to secondary school, she completely changed.
Just like my kids are always fighting with each other, but if you're an outsider and you come in and mess with one of them, the other two will jump all over you. Like when that one boy was at school and kept giving Thomas love letters, and he was getting all fucking weirded out about it and shit. He was coming home showing us these letters his boy kept giving to him, and Kelsey went to school and she told the boy, she goes, either you leave my brother alone or I'm gonna kick your ass.
She knows she's got daddy wound around her finger,
Oh,
Aubrey.
oh yeah, Aubrey's my baby. Like I
Yeah.
said, she's so much younger than the other two, so it's like, that closeness I had with the other two when they were that age, that's kind of me and Aubrey now. So, you know, because the other two are only a year apart, so they're very much similar as far as what they're into and all that.
Yeah, my ex had two daughters. Danielle, who was adopted, and she'll be 25 this year.
Yeah, Aubrey's 5 and 6 years apart from her brother and sister.
Yeah, but her eldest daughter will be about 40. What? She was 17 when she had her. She'll be.
Like Aubrey won't be graduating until the other two are in their like early 20s.
Yeah, she'll be about 44 now. Her eldest daughter, who lives in the Philippines, in the Seychelles.
Do you have contact with the kids at all still or no?
Nah. Nope. The eldest one still lives, never moved out of the Seychelles.
My
Was
dad
brought
don't.
up was brought up by her grandmother.
Yeah, my dad don't talk to me, and he doesn't talk to my sisters either, because he adopted
Mm.
my two sisters when he was in his
My,
third marriage.
I never adopted Danielle, but like I brought her up from like the age of 4 to 16 kind of thing. But
Yeah, my
when
dad,
we split, me and Marie split up when Danielle reached 16 and went to secondary school. So
my dad has a tendency every time he gets remarried, he cuts everybody off. It's a pattern he has. He's on his fourth marriage now. And my one marriage has outlasted 3.5 of his. So pretty sad.
Well, I picked my photo for the photo contest.
You
Yeah,
entered
I
the
ran-
photo contest?
I'm going to. I'll do it later today. When I get back, I gotta have some time to make sure everything's right with it. You only get one chance. I went through all the photos I've taken with the drone, 'cause I had a few in mind. And the one I really liked was the one I shot, the aerial shot of Fort Pike. That you look back in the background and you see that little bitty sliver of land. That's all the protection that's left to Lake Pontchartrain from the Gulf. And I thought about that one. That would be very historic because of the Fort Pike and everything. Then I started looking through some other stuff, and one of them just completely caught me.
Yeah, what size?
And I looked at it and I said, no, I don't know. I said, maybe, maybe not. Then because of the month, it might be better. But it's the picture I did last year at the cemetery, the Southeast Louisiana, the cemetery, military cemetery. And I'm about 6 feet over all of it's on an angle, and all of the flags. And the colors are perfect. I mean, everything looks perfect on it. It's all, you got good, everything looks good. So it's between that one and the Fort Pike one. I just haven't made a decision yet. But I like that one better, just because of the colors, and you could read the headstones, you could do everything. You know, it just looks right. And the colors just pop. So I don't know. And the other one's a lot of green in it, and it's a little bit of haze. That's the only thing I don't like about it. I've taken as much I could out, but
You see the ones you've chosen? Joe?
they're on a different computer. Hold
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you better,
on, I'll pull them over.
don't let it go, Joe. You only get one shot, one opportunity.
I
to
know.
blow.
Well, I only get one shot. And you see, and the thing is it's not a panel that is choosing.
Okay.
It's going to be voted on by the public. So it's going to be so
What contest is
arbitrary.
this?
It's going to be all the members of the community. It's going to be arbitrary. I'll show you the 3 I looked at that I really kind of liked.
You guys were talking about this yesterday, weren't you?
Yeah.
Morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, Joe's been
I missed it yesterday.
searching Shutterstock for a good photo.
Yeah. All right. I
So who's doing the-
750,000 photos to look through. Okay. And those are all mine.
Got that premium package with Shutterstock.
See if I can get all 3 of them up at once.
God, Donald, that light's bright, shining in your face.
The hardest part about that, Joe, is figuring out
Sunshine.
how to remove watermarks from the pictures.
Completely blows you up.
Behind me, over on this side, they got a big duck. Okay. Okay, I'm just telling you. Just saying.
Ugh. It's like Matt always giving Ron crap saying that his videos were from Shutterstock.
Okay, that's the one, Fort Pike. It's a little too hazy for me.
Yes. Hang on. Yeah.
You know, it's just
It
a
needs a
little
bit more
bit
clarity,
too
doesn't it?
hazy for me.
Yeah,
But that
that's about,
shows this little piece of land right here is what's left from Lake Bourne that goes right into the Gulf from protecting all the North Shore of Louisiana. That little piece of land right there.
Use
And
camera
then
raw, Joe?
I looked at this one here, and I
What
like
about
it. But what I don't like about it is some of the like dead colors. You know, some of the yellows, because some of the vegetation. And I'm going back out there today. It should be all green. I'm going to take another
Hey.
picture of it.
Hang on a minute. There's nothing wrong with that. Hang on. Let's have a look.
No, it's
Use,
got
camera
all kind
raw,
of different
Joe?
transitions. I like the clouds. You know,
Can you guys not hear me?
but
So out
this
of
is the one I think
curiosity,
I'm gonna put.
again, who is doing this contest?
It's Pilot Institute.
We can hear you, Lance. We're just not listening to you.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is the one I think I'm gonna wind up putting in right here.
That's actually a pretty cool shot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool.
I like that one.
yeah,
The
And
audio is
remember,
quite low,
Memorial
Lance.
Day comes up in about a couple of weeks.
Lance, we've been trying to get Joe to print you out a new kite.
Yeah. So I would really like this one, but it's a nice picture, but it doesn't pop, you know. this one pops a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I
Okay.
said, I'm going out there today and it's real green right now, so I'm gonna see what it looks like today.
Mark,
But-
have you seen?
But I think that
Okay.
one says a lot. You know what I mean?
Mm,
He'll end up hanging himself with the kite string. It's not a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's probably gonna be this one going, you know. You know. And the name of it, I'd probably say Visiting Heroes or something like this, you know, or Remembering Heroes,
Mm.
you know. So I don't know.
Almost
I
got
got
your
time to
rule
play
of-
with it.
almost got the rule of thirds with the bottom third, didn't you?
Which one? On the last one?
On the cemetery.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty close to it. Actually, I did a little crop on that one. Let me go back to it.
See, the rule of thirds, Mark, for Joe is pick the photo, payment method, and download. Trying to get that big duck out. Can dust it
Yeah,
off.
I did crop it in a little bit. If I go back to the original shot, I'm right on the rule of thirds. But I cropped it in a little bit because right here in the corner, you see that yellow? There's a long yellow strip. Right there where the grass was dead. So I pulled that little strip out. But I still think it looks good because of the fact that
Well,
It's
is
a little
that,
bit off.
is Joe, is that picture taken with a drone or is that picture taken with a hand camera?
that's a drone. I was flying about 4 feet above them.
Okay.
That's actually, when I hit, I'm actually thinking that might be, yeah, that's got to be the Nevada, the original Nevada.
And what cemetery is this?
That's the Southeast Louisiana Veteran Cemetery.
Oh wow, it looks just like what's the cemetery? The big
Every one of them
uh,
looks exact.
Yeah, all the
Exactly.
best cemeteries
Joe,
look the same.
what can you do to make the shrubs pop just a little bit more because they look dull?
Yeah, I could lighten them up a little.
Are you thinking of Arlington National? Justin?
Yeah, it looks like Arlington. Yeah, looks just like Arlington.
Yeah, all the
Very
headstones are the
uniform and
same.
clean.
They all look
Yeah.
the
You
same.
know why it
Yeah.
doesn't pop? Because it's the Nevada, original Nevada camera.
Well, why don't you go back out there and try to do some new shots?
They got the flags out right now.
Yeah, go out there and get a few different angles and see if you can get a better shot
I
with
might
the.
do that. Because they got,
Does it ha-
because if I go out there with the, shoot, I put the Mavic 3 up to do it. What are you talking about? Give me a good camera.
It all depends on what the clouds look like today, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be on the clouds. That's what it is. The clouds will make the picture.
They do.
Yeah. Well, I got till the 15th. The 15th is when is the cutoff date.
I have heard
It's
the
ni-
Mavic
a
3
nice
has an
piece
okay
that-
camera.
It's a nice piece that there are those few trees there that are way bigger than the others as
Yeah.
well, which breaks it up a bit.
Yeah, because the trees in there, they look like they're crushed, or the blacks do.
Yeah. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. So I had to, like I said, I got till the 15th. We got some really nice days the next few days. I think, but the thing, I don't think they put the flags out till the week before, so that's gonna mess it up.
Yeah.
You know, so that's really, tell you the picture I would love to have. I know it's not up there yet. I'm gonna check and see if they're there. I will go and take the Mavic 3 up to the state of Louisiana, up to the state capitol. Because like I said, they've got the state capitol is just a beautiful building, just really big. And they've got the flags they put out there. Let me see if I can find it and show y'all.
Now, what did you say?
I might consider
the,
that one.
Now, what did you say the contest? Like, what do you win if you win?
The winner gets a $250 Amazon gift card.
Ooh,
And
Donald,
then they
why
get
don't
this
you enter?
acrylic trophy from them and bragging rights, basically.
That's the only thing that I can think of. Only still picture that I've taken with the drone that I would actually say I'm proud of.
Well,
That's nice. I like that.
That's what I'm saying. $250, Donald. Why don't you try entering? I mean, worst case scenario, you don't win.
Yeah, that's got nice composition.
And go towards your.
Yeah, we got
Mavic.
lost. We got lost in North Dakota,
Shade.
and we had to take a shortcut that turned into a dirt road, and it turned into that clay I don't remember what they call it. There's a certain name for that specific rock that they use for the roads, and I guess it eats up cars and tires and stuff. But anyway, we had to take the shortcut and stop
Oh,
there.
that-
There was a wind
Yeah, put
farm
the
in the
drone up.
distance, and it's like put the drone up and
Donald's like, where the hell are we at? Put the
Was it
drone up.
shale?
Get his bearings. Like, all right, if we just haul ass through this field, I think we see a main road this way.
oh no, we had the navigation turned on, and I knew that the road we were on was going to get us where we were going. I just didn't see that it turned into a dirt road.
Don, was it shale?
I don't remember what they had a specific name for it that I hadn't heard, so it wasn't shale. It was something else.
I think you should try to enter, Donald. It's a free $250 to go towards your Air 3 budget.
Yeah, that's true.
Here you go. You see this,
Or
this
more
picture
camera
right here?
equipment.
You see this picture with all the
Here's camera
flags?
equipment.
Yep.
That's the
Yep.
state capitol. And they put 10,000 flags from here all the way down this big wall, this big walkway.
No,
So I
enough
want to get out
flags.
there in the next week or two and get up there and get some drone footage of it from maybe about maybe the height of this, and then do the Avata right over the top.
God, that would have taken forever to put all them flags up. Jesus.
Yeah, because look at these people out there doing it.
That's a lot of flags.
10,000 flags. They do it every year.
Is that one representing each veteran for the state or something?
I couldn't tell you. I just think they just fill it up and that's
Because I'm
just
wondering what the number, the 10,000 number, if that's significant or if that's just a number they.
I think it's
They
just a
picked.
number they put out there. I don't think it is any significant. And maybe when maybe it's because it's over 10,000 and they have a big Memorial Day ceremony. There's 11,000 flags, it says.
It's the
You guys
maximum
wanna
they
know a little known fact?
Might be the max they can do. But you see how the state capitol looks? If you can
It's
get a
so
day with some
adorable.
good clouds in the back, well, this thing is, and then behind that, you can't see it from this picture, is LSU Stadium and all the different lakes by LSU. So if you get the right angle, you got the stadium in the background, you got all that stuff.
Kind of looks like the building on the LAPD badge.
Yeah.
The LA, was it the LA
And
city
the
building
good
or
part
whatever?
about it, it's Class G airspace. There's another shot from up top. See, LSU's back up in here.
Yeah, that building sticks out because it's like nothing around. It's nearly
I
as
know,
tall.
that's why I can't wait to go shoot. I told Johnny, we got a road trip. I'm going up there in a couple of weeks.
Like a big middle finger when you're paying your property taxes.
Yeah, speaking of which, that's for all those comments, Justin. Okay, I gotta go run because I'm gonna meet Johnny in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
I will see y'all later.
All right, Joe, we'll see you later on. Have a good
It's
flight.
always nice that he's out there doing charity work.
Who, Johnny?
Yeah.
Or me?
No, Johnny, he's
Yeah.
He's out there trying to teach Joe how to fly. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, it's charity work, he's got to come down from his mountain and do a little charity work. Once in a
So
while.
so much to say and so little time.
Don't worry, Johnny will say it to him when he gets there.
That's funny.
See, Donald hasn't ripped his poster. Yeah, that's good.
It's fallen twice.
I'm just nervous that one day you're gonna go ripping into that cabinet or that closet, forgetting that I'm not paying attention.
It's in a frame.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can
I
see
thought
the
you just
glare
had
of
one.
it.
How's it being held up if it fell off twice? Is it just magnets or something?
Velcro.
Oh,
I put a little.
Well, and
Have
it's sitting, if it's in a frame, it's sitting on the two knobs.
It's sitting on the two knobs, and the Velcro at the top is holding it against the door.
okay.
Could you not use those like command strips?
It's a poster. It's a cheap poster frame, and the backing or the material of the poster frame came loose and left the basically split. The glue didn't break. It was the poster frame itself broke. If
Well,
that
and
makes sense.
two, if he command stripped it, he'd have to put new ones on every time you want to get in that closet. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted something that would be quick and easy and
Mm.
just stop looking like a spooky closet behind me. Maybe I will enter that contest. Pilot Institute,
I-
huh?
I think
Is
you
it on their
should. I
page?
mean,
Is it on their page? Or on their YouTube channel or what?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Joe. Message Joe and ask him. I'm not sure.
Oh, he doesn't want the
But
competition.
They've probably got something, a video on the channel, which may, I suppose, direct you to the website.
Let me look here.
But I mean, I think that'd be a good contest for you because, like I said, worst case scenario, you don't win.
Oh, I won't
Well,
win. I know I
It
won't
doesn't.
win.
It doesn't cost to enter anything.
That's
so.
why I'm like, if it's a pain in the ass to find how to enter, then
Yeah. I'll message Joe and ask him if he's got a link to it.
He might be imagining it.
Mhm.
It's not on their community tab.
You know, I'm gonna
You'd
message
think
him
they
and
would
just
do
see.
that.
If he sends me a link, I'll just forward it to you.
But they don't really use their community tab very often. It doesn't look like. Oh man, last night was fun. We had tornadoes come through.
Ooh,
Nothing near and close to you, right? Or is it kind of off in the distance?
There was the rotation that was about half a mile from me.
Oh wow! I'm glad you guys didn't get nothing.
Nope. Nephews came over with their kids and we all sat down in the basement. Lost power a few times.
Yeah, because your guys' area got slammed enough already.
Well, we got
Your
flickered.
last past
The
years.
power flickered a little bit, but somewhere else they were working on the power. So there was some damage somewhere, I'm assuming. Not a lot. I guess the pizza place down, about, what is it, 3 miles from us, 5 miles. They got some wind damage and had the roof damage, but
I can imagine that shit's scary at nighttime too when you can't see anything around you. It's probably worse at nighttime. At least during the day, you'd be able to see something coming at you. So, have you been close enough to one where you could hear the sound from it?
Students, we need all sophomores with the last name HR.
there is the
auditorium. That's sophomores.
there was I've been close to them, but you don't get the sound that they describe unless they're actually touching down.
Because they always say that they sound like a train coming in.
And it's just the debris, it's just constant rattling of the debris and stuff. So unless they're touched down and actually tearing stuff up, you don't really get that sound. So no, I've never been close enough to one that was touching down. I was able to watch a couple of them.
Now, were you in town when the Joplin one hit?
No, I was in our house in Webb City, but it was really strange. The wind that day completely shifted, and it was just came out of the north. The wind was just going out of the north and just going. It wasn't really wind coming out of the north and blowing towards it. It was the suck of that tornado was sucking so much air that it was just it changed the direction of the wind, and we're like, dang! And we're watching stuff just come, like anything that wasn't nailed down was coming up the street, and we're talking probably 7 miles away from us is where it was, the big one, but it had that much
That was
force
an F5 too, wasn't
that
it?
and that
Yeah.
it was just sucking that much. When I had a friend who was 2 blocks from it,
Ooh.
and he had gone home because his dog was home. He got home right before it hit and huddled in a closet with his dog.
Some scary shit, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Especially those ones I've seen on some of the, like top 10 tornado videos on YouTube and stuff. Some of those ones that are like 1.5 miles wide and shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
Now the strange thing
Jesus.
about it is it came through right through town and it cut everything. It cut phone lines, it cut cable, it cut everything. And so we were completely without any cable. We couldn't see. We didn't have internet or cable. We couldn't see what was going on in Joplin. And everybody was trying, the cell towers were jammed because everybody was trying to call. But we finally got someone, when we got the news from a friend of ours that lives out in Arizona. She called and asked if we were okay. And we're like, we have no idea what's going on.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
And so that's the first we heard about it. My brother was actually camping up by Springfield, and he got a text from a friend of his, "Are your parents okay?" And he goes, "Why?" And he says, "A tornado just took out Joplin." And then my brother didn't have any cell signal, so he's trying to get out of the woods.
Oh, God. Yeah, I can imagine.
And that was the last thing. But yeah, my parents were quite a ways away from it.
Yeah, I can imagine the when you're getting in a situation like that and you trying to get some cell signal. I bet your brother was panicking.
Mm-hmm.
Bet he was parkouring through the woods.
Yeah, it was a strange because I grew up in Joplin, lived my entire
That's
life in this
sad.
area, and it was really strange that it erased so many. You had no landmarks. You couldn't tell
Yeah.
where you were anymore.
I saw some aerial footage of it. That was really bad.
And
I
to be able
felt
to
real
stay,
bad for them.
to be able to sit at range line where Walmart was and look all the way across town and see the hospital, that was totally bizarre because you had all the trees and stuff between you and the hospital. You had all this stuff, and this just everything was just taken down to the ground.
I've never been in a tornado, but I've seen one, but it was about 20 miles away,
Hmm.
but never actually been up close to one.
I've never been in one either. I've been, like I said, like half a mile from one.
Well, what's scary too is like they say that you can get tornadoes sprouting out of hurricanes.
Mhm.
Now they say because of the physics, they can only get so big. I think the biggest they can get is like an F2, but that's scary as shit because the couple hurricanes I've been in, it's so windy you probably wouldn't be able to tell if one was coming at you
Yeah, there was an
because
F2 that sprouted up last night that took out uh, a retirement center over in Oklahoma.
yeah, I know Lloyd was planning on getting hit by it. That storm
Yeah, he
yesterday.
didn't get hit. Now Muskogee didn't get hit too much by the tornadic side of it, but he got some heavy weather, I think, as that line came through.
Yeah, who was it?
He
It
didn't
was,
seem to have any problems yesterday, but on Sunday, when he was on, I think he was on Bills towards the end of it, was it Arts? He
I think it was
lost
Art.
power completely to his house.
Well, see, I don't know, Dusty, because it depends on the size of the hurricane, where you're located in the hurricane. Because if you're in the bad part, the west side, I think is the worst side of a hurricane, I think. And if it's an E5 or you know, if it's a category 5, I don't know, dude, because that's like constant tornado winds for hours.
Mm-hmm.
I think either one. I think either one of them's equally scary. Granted, tornadoes sometimes can like almost stall out and just sit, and that would be scary. You know, if you were underneath it and it just sat there and wasn't moving. I've seen a lot of these little shelters people are buying for their garages and stuff, where they're like pinned into the ground and then they just climb into like the little barrels and shit. They're like, you know, reinforced, like little barrel looking things, and they climb in there and close the doors.
Yeah. I know.
You know, it's
Storm
it's kind
shelters
of
were a
trivial.
nice little cottage industry around here right after that big tornado.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, sure they were all over there trying to sell those. But I mean, isn't it pretty common? You guys have basements there, right?
Mhm.
I mean, like here in
Hey.
Florida, it's not common for
It
basements.
depends. My old house was on a slab, so I didn't have a basement there. But you just go to an interior wall, try and avoid any windows.
Well, at least your house now, at least some of the basement's partially underground. Better
Yes,
than nothing.
that's why my nephews come over here. Is because this one wall being completely underground and the rest of it being partially, we can get up against that back wall. And in fact, if it gets too bad, we would have been moving the girls into the bathroom.
And that
down
is
here.
true, Dusty. That is one advantage of hurricanes over tornadoes. At least you got time to prepare.
Yeah.
Tornado, yeah, you're right about that. Tornadoes are just out of nowhere sometimes. I mean, you kind of know you're gonna maybe
Well,
have.
no,
them,
they're
but-
out of nowhere sometimes. The
Not
one
so-
that the other day that I think I shared. Did I share the picture with you? The video.
I don't remember you showing any video or anything.
Let me see if I can find it. There was one that came through just the other day. Oh, I think I may have sent that to Beauchart. So let me open up Messenger. And it came out of nowhere. It wasn't a
They weren't
supercell,
Okay,
and
yeah, they
no one
weren't
was expecting
it.
it. But it didn't do it. I think it messed up somebody's, like one person's roof. Somebody at the local station traveled the path of the tornado to show the storm damage, and you couldn't tell there was any storm damage. Let me look here.
It's like there's chaos everywhere, and it's just a sign knocked over.
Yeah, it was like
It's anarchy.
he's flying along, and you see, oh, there's a tree branch down. Oh, there's
Yeah.
It just looks
Nothing.
like strong wind damage.
yeah.
Yeah, we actually had a tornado late last year, I think it was. Or it might have been early this year.
Here you go.
that
Whoops. Share
managed
screen.
to destroy the roofs on a block of houses in Staley Bridge about
Oh wow!
It was just
miles
that's just a baby tornado. That was just a rotation.
from me.
It touched down for like maybe a couple minutes.
And you caught that?
That I did not catch that. That was a friend of mine that was
Okay.
over across town, but I could stand up on my deck and look over and see it. I was watching it.
Wow.
But where's the stop share? There it is. Oh, I've got a meeting at the Area Agency on Aging in 1 hour.
You doing a commercial for him?
Yeah.
That's a pretty easy one, though, isn't it? Look, you get old, deal with it.
No, they get kind of involved.
Just trade them. Tell them you'll trade some anti-aging work for the commercial. Tell them I'm trying to get rid of these crow's feet.
Oh, that's not the kind of place they are. These are the places where come hang out with other old people. Will serve you lunch.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a
oh,
old
it's
people community center type thing.
yeah.
We'll
Sarah's
we'll
dad used
serve
to
you
go to one of
lunch
those.
and then you can play dominoes afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sarah's dad used to go to one of those. They called it an adult daycare. Is what they
yeah,
called
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. Sarah's mom used to make her dad go to it just to get
Yeah,
out of the
it's the
house
way
because he was
it's
here all the time.
it's the way we return back to childhood and nurseries.
Yeah, I'd done one last year. They're trying to get people to get vaccinated. Was it last year? I think it was last year. They want people to be vaccinated, and so had a couple old people shooting pool, and the guy's like, "You gonna take your shot?" Because she's just standing there. The lady's just staring off in space. You gonna take your shot? She's like, "Oh yeah," and then she runs down the hallway and gets a shot.
Should have had somebody bent over the pool table about to see the shot, and somebody sticks a needle in their ass.
And they said the big problem they have is that the people who are aging into being able to benefit from their services, they don't feel old. They don't think they're old because they're not old. They're still, and it's like, okay. So I did just a little spec banner ad that had a older woman sitting. She had a blue spiked like mohawk, like punk rock mohawk, and said, and next to her was she's sitting in her chair, smiling at the camera, and next to her is a picture of her when she was younger at a punk rock concert with the blue hair. And say she may be a blue-haired old lady, but to be fair, she's always had blue hair.
Mm.
And
It
so,
was popular with the money blue rinses, yeah.
and so they kind of wanted to do something
People
along
just-
that line where people are,
People are getting older later nowadays.
yeah, and that's their problem. They have these services, and hell, I'm getting served. I saw my ad in the wild. I'm like, oh, is that because I was looking up stuff for the Area Agency on Aging, or because I'm actually the target audience now?
Yeah. I mean, think about it. I'm 65 in a couple of months' time. That was really old at one point,
Oh yeah,
but I don't feel that. I don't act that either, but
you look it.
Well, here's a good quip for you, Donald, when you're out there hustling the old guys. You start with the last stop of life, and then it says brought to you by the Senior Euthanasia Society.
you don't need to go to Switzerland on holiday.
Yeah, we can be the last people to let you down.
No, I guess you'll realize you're at that age when you start relating to everybody in the facility.
You know, I don't think Pilot Institute actually has a contest. It might have been somebody else.
I messaged Joe just to see if he had a link for the contest he was talking about. If he sends it to me, I'll forward it to you.
Yeah, I'm done looking. I got other stuff to do. I have to go up and cut some new audio for that rodeo commercial that they wanted to change, so I need to just cut a new bit of audio for that, and I can get that done today. Like I said, I gotta go over to the area agency on aging. Meet with them. They sent a commercial that has like an old lady being dropped. They kind of want to do something similar in kind of the same type of humor. An old lady being dropped off at the center, and she's just coming. The daughter's dropping her off, and she's walking really frail. And you have fun, mom. And the second the daughter leaves, she puts the walker away and takes off running. And she's shooting pool, and she's playing cards, and she's doing all this other stuff, and then basically just daycare for adults.
Yeah, Sarah's dad used to go to that to get out of the house because he was kind of bedbound, but he could get in a wheelchair and ride around in his electric wheelchair. And he used to go there every day, Monday through Friday. They'd come and pick him up at the house and take him there, and then they'd bring him back.
Yep. Brought to you by the American Crematoria Society.
Brought to you by Jello. Enjoy your Jello cup.
That's not Jello.
That was one of the episodes of King of Queens. The dad was at the senior center, and he's running for president of the senior center, and they're arguing, and their whole campaign is on who can provide Jello the cheapest.
I would bet the best thing that Jello, the company, ever did was to make Jello cups and pudding cups.
I don't like pudding cups. I like making classic pudding because you know the skin that you get on top of it as it's cooling?
Yeah.
I like pudding skin. I know a lot of people hate it, but I love pudding skin. If they would make pudding skins as just like make the pudding and just that
Just let it-
texture
let it
and just stack them
skin
up,
over, huh?
a little bit of cornstarch between them and sell a package of pudding skins where you could just peel and eat pudding skin. I would love that.
Wow.
I like rice pudding. Buy that sometimes.
Rice pudding is good. I
Yeah.
make rice pudding every once in a while.
You can buy it
Cozy Shack is pretty good rice pudding if you want to buy it.
If you buy it at the store, though, you got to kind of eat it quick, though, because it usually doesn't last more than a week before it starts going bad.
I usually buy a small container if I buy it.
I buy the little individual cups that you can eat.
Mhm.
Me and Sarah like to eat rice pudding.
Yep. If I get in a mood for rice pudding, I usually just make it.
My cousins are half Mexican, and they used to bring this stuff over to the family things all the time, and it was like a rice drink.
Uh-huh.
It was really good. I just can't remember what it was called. But their dad used to make it because he was Mexican, and he would make a
Not
bunch of-
horchata. Horchata?
I can't remember the name of it, to be honest with you. It doesn't even sound familiar. And it's been years ago, but their dad used to make it at home fresh, and then he'd bring it to the family parties, and it was really good. But it was like a real sweet, ricey type drink.
Yes, horchata.
Yeah, it was really good. What's up, Laura?
Yep, and you can buy they have rum chata that has rum mixed in with it, but
Yeah, their dad used to make all kinds of really good food and like Mexican dishes, and they
Oh,
bring
Cool
them over.
Cat likes making creme brulee.
Cream brulee. What's that one cake that you can bake that collapses if you're not careful? Uh, is it like a cake or something? How's it called? Always wanted to try one. I've never had one.
A cake or like a souffle? A
Yeah,
souffle will drop.
souffle.
Okay.
Have you ever made those?
I've never made souffle.
I've always wanted to try one. I've never had one. But I've always heard they're kind of a pain in the ass to make. I wasn't at my computer, Laura. I was doing something. So I couldn't see the chat.
Have you ever made an impossible pie?
Possible
Laura,
pie. No,
Laura.
I think I've heard of that, but no, I've never made one.
It's
Laura,
really cool.
Laura,
It's
Sounds
Laura.
familiar.
it's a mix it all in one bowl and you throw it in the bowl. It's made basically it's a coconutty type flavor, but what happens? You pour it all in the bowl, and the bottom layer it makes its own crust, and then you have kind of a custardy middle, and then the coconut pieces kind of rise to the top, and you get kind of a crusty top of chewy coconut, toasted coconut.
That sounds
Really good.
How'd your spaghetti squash do yesterday?
I didn't do spaghetti squash. I love spaghetti squash though.
Thinking of somebody else, Paul?
No, I made spaghetti yesterday. I made like a spaghetti,
Oh.
like a baked spaghetti.
Spaghetti casseroles.
Yeah. And it turned out really good.
Well, Cool Cat, you can go have the butler go wrangle up some ingredients, and you can try to make one.
Oh yeah, you can find the recipe online. Just look up Impossible Pie.
Yeah, he's got people for
Oh,
that.
send me
That's beneath him.
send me your servant's email address, and I can. Cool Cat, I love pumpkin pie too. It's one of my favorite pies, and my mother-in-law makes it from scratch with actual pumpkin instead of buying. A lot of people will buy the filling, the canned pumpkin, but she will chunk up the pumpkin and bake it, and she fixes me a homemade pumpkin pie every year for my birthday.
Are we a little spoiled, Donald?
No, I'm not spoiled at all because it's only on my birthday, and that's only I gotta wait till next February, and that's not right. I mean, technically, I should be getting a pie when pumpkins come in season and for my birthday, so we could go ahead and get me a pumpkin pie around late September if she really loved me.
And another
Have
one
you
in
have you
November.
told her that?
Another one in
No,
November.
she's old. I don't want to make her feel bad.
Hmm?
And she might take away my birthday one if I piss her off.
And you've got to have one at Thanksgiving as well.
She makes one for Thanksgiving, but I have to share that one.
There's Cool Cats. I sent you his email address if you were serious about sending him that. I have a pastry chef. I messaged you his email because he's not on Messenger or anything.
Well, if you
I'm
just
sorry,
Google it,
Dom.
I mean,
A
Well,
pumpkin pie
That
is
was
good.
my sandwich. I just had a nice Ardennes pate sandwich.
See how there they get the nice little .uk at the end? We don't get that in the US. It's just .com.
you can get any one you want.
His
There, I
email's
put
fancy.
I put an impossible pie recipe in the chat.
Yeah, most countries have got a dot,
Mm-hmm.
dot, the initials of the
Yeah.
country at the end. It's only America that used .com.
Well-
His is Sir Michael. .uk. Lord Michael.
Like Chinese email addresses are .co.cn.
All right, Laura, we'll see you if you make it back.
Okay, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
You
Say
know,
hello to
Michael.
your mom. Say hello to your mom for everybody.
Yes, Laura.
Yeah, pumpkin pie is really good. Cool cat.
I think that all of our problems in the Mid East is because pumpkin pie requires a lot of water. Pumpkins require water to grow, so I think that if you could actually find a way to grow pumpkins in the Mid East, they would have pumpkin pie, and you can't be angry when you're eating pumpkin pie, and I think that would solve all the war. It's my peace plan. Grow pumpkins. Pumpkins for Palestine.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, Dominic's pushing Vegemite, causing international incidents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and if somebody tells you they're going to give you pumpkin pie and they give you sweet potato pie instead, slap them as hard as you can because that is an evil, mean trick.
Yep.
Sweet potato pie is fine. It's fine. But it is not the same thing as pumpkin pie. And when you're expecting a bite of pumpkin pie and it's sweet potato, the texture's wrong, everything's wrong. It's just,
It does look similar though.
it looks similar.
When
But,
you're just staring at it, yeah, it's
but
hard to tell the difference.
it has a different mouth feel and a slightly different taste. It just,
The only reason it looks similar is because it's bright orange.
That's what I'm saying. If you put a pumpkin and sweet potato pie next to each other, you'd probably be hard pressed to tell the difference
Mhm.
without tasting it.
Yep, but you taste it. There is a difference in the texture. The sweet potato is a little grainier.
Mm. Yeah, it has a more of a potato texture to it.
Like the peace anthem that Tim mentioned.
I don't know if I've heard that peace anthem for the Middle East. I may have.
But I must admit, I prefer either cherry
My favorite
pie
Tim
or-
Minchin song is "White Wine in the Sun," or I think that's what it's called. It's his Christmas song.
rhubarb pie. That's the nicest.
I don't know if I've ever had rhubarb.
It's a very sour fruit unless you put sugar in with it.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I've had that I thought was absolutely disgusting was fruitcake. Oh,
I love stewed rhubarb.
do you eat fruitcake, Donald?
Yes,
Oh,
I like fruitcake.
ugh.
Well, that's basically what we have as our Christmas cake,
I'm sorry. I've had it a few times
with
over
with
the
the
years.
addition of various alcohols.
Not a fan. Yeah, over here you can during Christmas time go to the store and they just got pallets of big bricks of it you can buy.
Yeah. In fact, most of our wedding cakes over there are big fruit cakes too.
Okay, you guys ready for this?
But wedding cakes and Christmas cakes are very similar.
All right, go ahead, Paul.
Wife finds a note from her husband on the fridge one morning. My dear wife, you will surely understand that I have certain needs that you, being 57 years old, can no longer satisfy. I am very happy with you, and I value you as a good wife. Therefore, after reading this letter, I hope that you will not wrongfully interpret the fact that I will be spending the evening with my 18-year-old secretary at the Comfort Inn Hotel. Please don't be upset. I shall be home before midnight. When the man came home late that night, he found the following note on the dining table. my dear husband. I received your letter and thank you for your honesty about me being 57 years old. I would like to take this opportunity to remind you that you are also 57 years old. As you know, I am a maths teacher at our local college. I would like to inform you that while you read this, I will be at the Hotel Fiesta with Michael, one of my students, who is also the assistant tennis coach. He is young, virile, and like your secretary, is 18 years old. As a successful businessman who has an excellent knowledge of math, you will understand that we are in the same situation, although with one small difference, 18 goes into 57. A lot more times than 57 goes into 18. Therefore, I will not be home until sometime tomorrow.
That's funny.
That's funny. I can't stand AI voices.
Oh, Cool Cat. That just sounds gross.
No, that girl there, she puts a lot of videos up. It's supposed to be her boyfriend that's talking to her,
Yeah.
or her husband. She puts a load up on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't watch
They
any
are-
video that has AI that starts like that with AI voice. I turn
Oh,
off
they are
immediately and
really-
block them.
Did you hear what?
They
Did
are
you see what Cool Cat
really
put in the
funny.
chat there, Donald? You need to try fruit cake with a slice of sharp cheddar.
Yes, and we're not talking a slightly sharp cheddar. We're talking about a hard, sharp cheddar with apple pie.
Oh no! All right, you guys lost me on that one.
Don't knock it till you tried it.
It's just
She's go-
it sounds
Please
so
does go
weird
with a
though.
lot of things.
The way you just take a bite of sharp cheddar and then take a bite of apple pie together.
You can do that, or you can slice the cheddar thin on top of the pie, but then just with your fork take a little bit of cheddar, a little bit of pie.
I don't know. I would try it once just because I always give something a chance, but that just sounds
Oh, but he's saying
weird.
okay. I was thinking pie. He's saying fruitcake.
Yeah,
But I could see that it would be the same thing. It's a sweet. The cheddar surprisingly goes really good with sweet.
You ever had chocolate covered bacon? That is actually very good.
Well, no, that sounds disgusting. I would never try that. Why would I try that? Why don't you try it, Justin? Try the
I
cheese.
said I would try it once.
But it's
So
kind
when-
of the same concept. It's the salty and the sweet. It just combines, and it's just so good.
There was a bakery a few years back. I stopped in and got a piece of it, but they were real famous for their chocolate covered bacon. It was really good.
It's kind of like when I was a kid. Our thing was to go to McDonald's, get a chocolate shake and an order of fries, and we would dip our French fries, dip our French fries into the chocolate shake.
Yeah, you fucked that one up.
But yeah, we dip our
I have
French fries.
tried that before, and I didn't really like. It wasn't bad. I just didn't really care for it. But I have tried that before. I know a lot of people that dip their fries in shakes, so it was actually pretty common.
Yeah, especially if the fries are extra salty.
God, that would make the shake taste horrible afterwards, though.
Yeah, I've over the years I've seen a lot of people do that with the McDonald's fries and shakes.
You do find a lot in Europe that for breakfast they will have donuts and dip them in hot chocolate. The drink hot chocolate, not just melted chocolate.
Now, a donut and a nice cup of coffee. Mm. That is a.
Sorry, Paul. Didn't mean to bring up
No.
donuts.
He wasn't talking about dipping bacon in a milkshake, Cool K. He was talking about French fries. People would go to McDonald's, get the salty French fries, and order either a chocolate or vanilla shake, whatever the shake they like, and then they would dip the fries in there
Oh
and eat
no
it.
no! He gets it, but he's saying the dick. He wouldn't be dipping what Don's suggesting in his milkshake.
Oh yeah. I definitely. Yeah.
He's following. But listen, Michael, if you haven't had my dick dipped in chocolate shake, you are not living. You know what? Just try it once.
Okay, that's one thing I'm not trying.
Donald's going to go to bed with a glass of chocolate milkshake tonight.
Go to his wife. I got an idea. Yeah, I didn't catch that. Cool cat. I totally missed that, like Donald did, putting his dick in a milkshake.
Well, the milkshake has to be all the way to the top of the glass.
Well, yeah, especially when it's cold, because it's going to shrivel.
That's why I hate about cold weather. It makes me have to pee when I'm out in it, but my wiener shrinks up so bad I can't get a hold of it.
Oh my god.
Justin says they don't have that trouble down in Florida, right?
So you just have to Superman it.
You just have to Superman it.
You go into a public toilet in a bar and it's cold and you're trying to pull it so it's long enough to be able to pee out of your trousers. And the guy next to you is giving you funny looks.
What's up, Dusty?
Maybe he doesn't know how to pull it and he wants you help. You're so much better at me. Can you give me a hand?
Yeah, Laura was watching, so I'm pretty sure she probably might have clipped that.
Stop it.
Maybe.
I don't care. Stop. There's no food in here. There isn't. And I'm not going getting you any. Because you've already ate a lot.
All right. I'm going to go. I got
Yeah,
that meeting, so I got to.
We're gonna shut it down. It's about time. Donald, thanks for being here and sticking with us. Mark, you take care. Justin,
Yeah,
we'll
you
see
too,
you
Paul.
later.
All right.
Okay, bye everybody.